Here in the Mansfield room, that's Mansfield looking over us, and I'm going to be yielding to 7-Eleven in some respect. But first, let me just say we have significant support for the civil rights and the religious communities, but also I want to emphasize the support from law enforcement that's been crucial in passing this hate crimes bill. Particularly gratifying to me as a former prosecutor, I'm sure it is to Senator Spector, the former prosecutor. We have 4 officers from the Arlington County Police Department here. They're representing the International Association of Chiefs of Police, which has been supportive of this, and thank you all very, very much for the officer. Okay. I didn't know whether we have one in plain clothes. They say those of us on appropriations can't count, but we finally, after more than a decade, we finally passed the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crimes Prevention Act. Isn't that a great? That violence against any members of any group, because of who they are, is not going to be tolerated anywhere in the country, and President Obama is going to sign this law. Yes. I definitely want to thank Majority Leader Harry Reid, who stuck with us in all of this. And I want to say that if it wasn't for Carl Levin, Chairman Levin,
Michigan.
we never would have kept that in the conference reports with Carl. Person I miss so much here today would have been here with us, of course, Senator Ted Kennedy. Ted worked so hard on this. So Alan and I know in the Judiciary Committee and elsewhere he did. And I walked by his office that's being packed up. I walked by there yesterday, Wayne went in to talk to people, and I thought, you know, Teddy would have been here, and none of us would have had to say anything. He had that great booming voice and all. But you know, we just marked the 11th anniversary of the brutal murder of Matthew Shepard. And his parents have worked courageously and tirelessly for this legislation to say that such a despicable act will never be tolerated again in this country. We named the bill for Matthew, as well as for James Byrd Jr., a black man who was killed in 1998 in a terrible, horrible thing, and all because of his race.
That's right.
Now, President Obama has changed, of course, the last administration regarding this legislation. We couldn't pass this before without facing a veto. Now, we face the signing of pen.
Yes,
and what a difference that is. It's long overdue. And victims are no longer going to have to engage in a narrow range of activities such as being a juror to be protected. We focus the attention and resources of the federal government on the problem of crimes committed against people because of their sexual orientation or their gender identity or their disability. There's much needed protection. We're going to provide resources to state, and local, and tribal law enforcement to address hate crimes. Hate crimes instill fear in those who have no connection to the victim other than a shared characteristic such as race or sexual orientation. Don't ever forget, it's not just the victim of the crime. It's everybody else who fits in the same category who has to think they may be next. For nearly 150 years, we've responded as a nation to deter and punish violent denials of civil rights by enacting federal laws to protect the civil rights of all our citizens. Well, the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crimes Prevention Act continues that great and honorable tradition. We show once again that America not only values tolerance, but America will protect every one of its citizens. And I turn over to Carl Levin. Again, I might say, if he hadn't stuck up for us in the conference, we wouldn't have the legislation.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Senator
you.
Leahy, thank you so much for your leadership. Individuals, senators, chairman of the Judiciary Committee, without your leadership, this could not have happened. In long-standing leadership, and your presence there, and your fight on the floor, your introduction of the amendment on this bill is critically important. Thank you. Crimes against men and women because of their sexual orientation are up. One of the additions that we made in this bill was to provide that additional protection. It already exists for people based on race, religion, ethnic origin, and a few other characteristics. But we added a few this year that are long overdue, including sexual orientation, gender, gender identity, and disability. The categories that we are going to give protection to. Why on the defense bill? This was the big argument. So the first answer to this is because this is domestic terrorism. That may be the short answer that has been frequently given, but there's even a deeper answer than that. This country, when you put on the uniform of this country, you are not only protecting us physically, putting your life on the line to protect us individually, our persons, our families. You are putting your life on the line for the values of this country.
Amen.
And one of the values of this country is diversity.
Amen.
Something we're proud of, we proclaim to the rest of the world. That here in this country, you are not going to be discriminated against, and you ideally will have every opportunity despite the group that you belong to. We only, in this bill, just the way the existing law, hate crimes law, we only go after people who have committed violent crimes. These are not crimes of speech. These are crimes of violence that are perpetrated against individuals. But there's something in addition to an attack on an individual in a hate crime. There's an attack on the group to which he or she belongs. And because this is a country which is so dedicated to protecting its diversity, when you attack someone because of membership in a group, you are attacking this country itself. This belongs in the Defense Authorization Bill for many reasons, but that's one of them. The values. An attack on an individual based on sexual orientation or the others is an attack on this country for which men and women have given their lives to defend. So I'm mighty proud that it's in the Defense Authorization Bill. It's not the first time we passed it. It's the third time the Defense Authorization Bill. That finally we were able to persuade the House of Representatives, and this was the last stumbling block to getting to a conference report. But we were finally able to persuade the House of Representatives that, look, both houses have passed this in different versions. It's the right thing to do. Let us finally proclaim that this country is going to protect these groups as well as the others that we have so far given this protection to. So Senator Kennedy put it as well as anybody, and Pat Leahy referred to Ted, and I'll never forget going over to the House of Representatives 2 years ago with Ted Kennedy and trying to persuade the House leadership then to allow it to stay in the Defense Authorization Bill conference report. His passion, his eloquence did not succeed at that time. But without that, 2 years ago, without his strong support for this, it would have been much more difficult to get this done this year. He was present in that conference room this year, very much present, although we have lost him. So I want to thank all the groups standing behind us, representing behind us, and the colleagues who supported this. Senator Leahy, Senator Specter, who's now here to speak also as to the importance of this bill. So let me turn it over to a great supporter of this legislation, Arlen Specter.